My next guest takes on Eric Grant at LFA 5 coming up here on February 24th. Slobodan Maksimovic joins me here on the program for the very first time. Slobodan, how are you?
Good. Hello to all the people who are following you and following your work. I want to say hello to everybody. Yeah.
Well, that was very nice of you. Thank you very much. I'm really glad to have you here. If people haven't picked up on the name or the accent, you were born in Belgrade, Serbia. How did you get involved in combat sports?
Actually, I get involved over my friend who know me from neighborhood, and he saw that I was like all the kids from the neighborhood, like tough, and I like to fight. So he was like, let's go try to train something, like fighting, I was trained soccer before that. And then he was thinking that maybe it will be better if I try something else. And he bring me to the first training. I think it was jiu-jitsu or something like that. So I was pretty much surprised that everybody was playing with me. And from that day on, I fell in love in the sport. And after that, I went immediately to MMA. I didn't start with jiu-jitsu. I was not first jiu-jitsu. I started immediately with MMA. So from that moment, I started to train, and my career after a couple of years started also.
Great. Well, that sounds awesome. When did you move to the United States?
Actually, I moved for good. I moved 3 months ago, and 5 months ago or 6 months ago, let's say like that, I was first time here for my training camp. I had a fight in Switzerland, so I had a training camp here. I finished the training camp here, went back to Switzerland, finished the fight, and from that day I was sure that I will come back here to live and to be in Team Elevation, because I felt all my training camp and all the guys from Team Elevation are really good, and I was pretty sure that is my next destination.
How did that get set up with you training at Team Elevation? Because I know you're good friends with Bojan Veličković. Did he have any part in that?
Yeah. Mostly it's because of him. Because first of all, I wanted to come earlier to United States, but I didn't want to visit some major camps and powerhouses like ATT or like Jackson's or whatever, because when you're coming from the Europe, if you don't have UFC contract, you're just a name in that gym. So I was always trying to find some gym that will give me some attention. So Bo was training in ATT for 3 years, and he moved here in Denver, Colorado. So he called me like, hey, I'm in this team. It's not like ATT, it's smaller, but still we have a lot of good guys. Like maybe it will be good for you to come to try. And I was like, yes, of course. Plus Elevation was second thing. I wanted to try myself. How is the training on Elevation?
Excellent. Your English is very good. Where did you learn English in Serbia, I guess, before you came here?
Yeah, I liked English a lot when I was going into the school, but I never learned. I just like it a lot. So I was self-learner, let's say like that.
Good for you.
And then also I was traveling a lot in last 6 years, all around the world. So I was practicing, and that is how my English was getting better. But there is still a lot of work to do on my English. But it is getting it is getting better.
No, I think it's great. The fact that we're able to have this conversation is amazing. So good for you for learning that. What's been sort of the biggest difference culturally from Serbia to the United States? Have you noticed anything?
Yeah, it's totally different.
Okay.
It's big difference. First of all, the people are different totally than in Serbia. So let's say in Serbia, people are, I cannot say more kind, but they are more open. And in the United States, everybody's just looking for his back, and they are looking on their way. They don't care about other persons, only if you're not really, really good friend with somebody. But like people are totally different, culture is totally different, and maybe that was the hardest thing to get used to in the beginning. But when you have good friends and good people around you, nothing is hard. So I had Bo. Also, the guy who helped me most is Neil Magny. He helped me a lot. Like, I cannot. There is no word that I can say how much I appreciate that I have Neil as my friend. Also Bo, and also a lot of people from the gym. Everybody was trying to help, so I didn't have hard time to get used to US and everything.
That's great. I'm glad it's been a good transition for you. And now here you are competing for LFA. It's a great organization, one of the organizations that fighters compete in if they want to go to the UFC. How did this come together with you competing for Legacy Fighting Alliance?
So I had like a lot of experience fighting in the Europe. I have like 17 fights, and I was trying. First time when I was here, I had book fight, but I was trying to fight. I think RFA card was in Denver, but I didn't get on that card. And one of the organizers of RFA is also really, really, like, let's say, like, he's all the time in the gym, and he was there. Probably he was watching me. I met him over the Bo because Bo is really good with him, and Bo also fought for RFA and everything. So LFA Legacy merging with RFA was like good thing, because I knew that eventually if I show myself as a good fighter on trainings, and if I win that fight in Europe, eventually I will get the chance, and thanks to God, I got a chance here to fight in Denver, so it's perfect.
Great. And you're taking on Eric Grant. The one thing I look at with this fight is that you have a lot more experience than he does. He only has 4 fights. How do you feel like you match up against him?
So, yeah, the one thing, that was the first thing I was thinking also. And then what I didn't know is that he had like 20 amateur fights. And that is the biggest difference between US and Serbia. Like, when me and Bo started professional career, I had maybe 2 amateur fights. So I was literally I was developing my skills in professional career. But people in US are developing skills in amateur career. Everybody have at least 10, 15 fights. And when they are getting the octagon first time for professional fight, they have some skill set. Not that I didn't have the skill set, but I think that they have, like, going into the first fights, professional fights, they are having better skill set than we had when we started. So I was also thinking, oh, I was expecting they will give me somebody who is like, I don't know, like top of the rankings outside of the UFC or whatever, somebody with a lot of fights. And then they gave me that guy, Eric. Yeah. So first thing that I thought is he beat my 2 friends from my gym. He beat two really good friends. So I was like, okay, he's good, even if he had only 3 fights. And then I saw that he had 20 amateurs. So I'm like, okay, he have also experience. So I'm not taking that as like, he have only 3 fights and I'm taking like easy. I trained for this fight harder than for all my fights because of that, because he have only 3 professional fights, and everybody think that this will be easy fight. I'm expecting the war 3 rounds if need. I will be fucking ready.
Great. You mentioned Boyan, you mentioned Neil Magny. Who are some of the other people at the gym that you're training with in preparation for this fight?
Yeah, there is a lot of UFC guys, but I don't train only with UFC guys. There is my roommate Austin Hubbard, who is also fighting on smaller shows in US. And he's also up and coming young talented guy, 24 years old, 5 or 6'1". There is also Josh Wick, also up and coming young fighter. We have like good young team with a lot of experienced guys behind us, like UFC fighters like Matt Brown, Neil Magny, Brandon Thatch, TJ Dillashaw, Curtis Blade. So we are all like a team, and there is no difference. Like when we are inside of the gym, there is no UFC fighter or LFA fighter or some other show. We are all like the team, and that is what I like in Elevation Fight Team, because we are really team and everybody is helping everybody.
Awesome. What's your prediction for this fight, February 24th? How do you see this fight ending?
I don't like to predict my fights. I never did that. Yeah. But from what I saw from him, he is a fighter. He's a tough guy. And I will not predict KO, submission, or whatever. But I know that fight, if it's needed, it will go to 3 rounds. But I feel really good. I don't want to underestimate him, but I think I can win this fight like with submission, or if that not happen, I'm ready for 3 rounds. I'm ready for 5 rounds if we need to fight. If they give us extra round, I'm ready for extra round. So we will see what will happen. Well, I just hope he will. I will have best Eric Grant in front of me, because I was trained for best Eric Grant, for the Grant who will fight in the UFC, not for the some Eric Grant who have only 3 fights.
Great. Well, we're certainly looking forward to it. LFA 5 live on Access TV, February 24th. Slobodan, I really appreciate you taking the time. Where can people find you on social media? And if you have any sponsors or any thank yous, the floor is yours. Yeah.
So people can find me on Twitter, SL Maksimovic. They can also find me on Instagram, MAXASMK. And I would like to thank to my sponsors, Cars for You, Colorado, also Total Shop from Finland, and Pure Entre from Denver. It's food company that is providing me the meals, and that is it. That is it. Like there is a lot of people who are supporting me, like outside of like sponsoring. So I want to thank them. I don't want to put their name. They know who are they. So I thank them all.